The morning of September 4, 2024, dawned like any other in the quiet town of Winder, Georgia. Students at Apalachee High School went about their routines, unaware that their lives were about to be shattered. At approximately 10:23 a.m., gunfire erupted, transforming the halls of learning into a scene of chaos and terror. The barrage of bullets claimed the lives of 4 innocent individuals, 2 students and 2 dedicated teachers. 9 others were wounded, some critically, their futures forever marked by the physical and emotional scars of that horrific day. The echo of gunshots gave way to the piercing wail of sirens as law enforcement swarmed the school, desperate to neutralize the threat and tend to the wounded. In the aftermath of the carnage, one question reverberated through the stunned community: who could perpetrate such a heinous act? The answer, as it unfolded, was both shocking and tragically familiar in today's America: a 14-year-old student, Colt Gray. Colt Gray, a 9th grader at Apalachee High School, now stands accused of carrying out one of the most devastating school shootings in recent memory. His boyish face, plastered across news outlets nationwide, belies the gravity of the charges he faces: 4 counts of murder and 9 counts of aggravated assault. Described by some classmates as quiet and withdrawn, Gray seemed an unlikely candidate for such violence. Yet, behind the seemingly unremarkable facade, a darker narrative began to emerge. Investigators are now piecing together the fragments of Gray's life, searching for any signs, any warnings that could have foreshadowed this tragedy. What led this young man down such a dark path? Was it bullying, mental health struggles, access to firearms, or a toxic combination of factors that culminated in this horrific act? As the investigation unfolds, the nation waits and prays for answers. As the dust settled, a chilling revelation came to light. Colt Gray had been on the radar of law enforcement before. In 2023, the FBI, acting on a tip, investigated Gray for allegedly posting online threats to commit a school shooting. The threats, disturbingly specific, included images of firearms and alluded to a potential attack. Despite the alarming nature of the threats, the investigation at the time proved inconclusive. The location and timing of the potential attack remained unknown, and Gray, when questioned, denied any involvement. His father, a gun owner, asserted that his son had no unsupervised access to firearms. The FBI, lacking concrete evidence, closed the investigation. Now, in the wake of the Apalachee High School shooting, the question haunts us: could this tragedy have been prevented? Did the system, designed to protect, fail to connect the dots and avert a catastrophe? Section 4. The Aftermath, Justice, and a Community in Mourning. In the wake of the shooting, Colt Gray was apprehended without incident and remains in custody. He is being charged as an adult and faces a litany of charges, including murder and aggravated assault. The wheels of justice are slowly turning, but for the families of the victims, the pain is still raw, the loss immeasurable. The community of Winder, Georgia, is grappling with the aftermath of this unspeakable tragedy. Grief counselors are working tirelessly to provide solace to traumatized students and staff. Funerals for the victims, their lives cut tragically short, serve as somber reminders of the enduring impact of gun violence. The Apalachee High School shooting is not just a local tragedy, it is a stark reminder of the epidemic of gun violence plaguing our nation. It is a call to action for lawmakers, educators, and communities to address the root causes of such violence and work towards meaningful solutions. Section 5. Scars that Remain. Apalachee High School today. The doors of Apalachee High School remain closed, a silent testament to the horrors that unfolded within its walls. The building, once a place of learning and laughter, is now undergoing a painstaking transformation. Bullet holes are being repaired, walls repainted, but the emotional scars run deep. When students and staff eventually return, it will be to a changed environment. Increased security measures, metal detectors, and a heightened police presence are the new normal. The carefree innocence of youth has been shattered, replaced by a pervasive sense of vulnerability and fear. The road to recovery for the Apalachee High School community will be long and arduous. The healing process will require time, support, and a collective commitment to ensuring that such a tragedy never happens again. Section 6. Seeking Answers in the Darkness. The Apalachee High School shooting has left us grappling with more questions than answers. How could a 14-year-old obtain a firearm? What could have been done to prevent this tragedy? How do we address the complex societal issues that contribute to gun violence? There are no easy answers, no quick fixes, but we must engage in a meaningful national dialogue about gun control, mental health, and the safety of our schools. We must honor the memories of the victims by working tirelessly to prevent future tragedies. The Apalachee High School shooting is a stark reminder that the scourge of gun violence can touch any community, any school, any family. It is a call to action to come together as a nation and demand change, to protect our children, and to create a safer future for all.